Good day, everyone. I am Marose Gimin, BSCPE1, today's reporter. Of all the topics, I choose to discuss all about computer ethics. What is computer ethics and what it is all about? The 10 commandments of computer ethics and cyber ethics and the code of ethics. So before we start, let us define and let's see the meaning of every word. What is ethics and what is computer ethics? Ethics Ethics is a set of moral principles that govern the behavior of a group or an individual. So, ang ethics ay isang prinsipyong moral na namamahala sa pag-uugali ng isang lugar o sa atin mismo as an individual. Computer is an electronic device for storing and processing data. So, ang computer ay isang electronic device na kung saan ginagamit sa pagpoproseso ng data o pag-store ng mga files or data. So, ang mga halimbawa ng computer is desktop computer, laptop computer, and etc. So, kalimitan, ang computer is more efficient than human in terms of task. Kasi kahit kailanman ay hindi kayang angatan ng tao ang computer. So, what is computer ethics? Computer ethics is a set of moral principles that regulate the use of computers. So, computer ethics is a field of applied ethics that addresses ethical issues in the use, design, and management of information technology and in the formulation of ethical policies for its regulation in the society. For contemporary overviews of the field, let's see that according to Tevani 2007 and Walker 2007, early work in computer ethics had already started in 1940s, soon after the invention of computer. Professor Norbert Wiener was a precursor of the field, already identifying many issues of computer ethics in his book entitled The Human Use of Human Beings. So the term computer ethics was first introduced in the mid-1970s and promote the idea of teaching computer ethics in computer science curricula by Walter Manner, according to Manner 1980. So, ang computer ethics ay tumatalakay sa pamamaraan ng mga halaga at kasaysayan na namamahala sa computer. So, in other words, ang computer ethics is all about regulations or rules for users of computer. So, why do we need computer ethics? We need this because the growth of the WWW has created several novel legal issues and the existence of new questions that older laws cannot answer. Traditional laws are outdated in the world. Are more coherent body of law is needed to govern internet and computer. So we have 10 commandments on computer ethics. Firstly, ang sabi dito is, thou shall not use a computer to harm other people. So, ibig sabihin, do not use computer to harm other people or do not use computer to change or mess with other people's files or computer system because it is considered as unethical for computer users. So, number 2, commandments is thou shall not interfere with other people's computer work. Making changes to other people's files without their approval is considered as unethical. Same with creating computer viruses and would display annoying messages, corrupt files, and erase data. So, sabi dito is, yung huwag natin gamitin yung computer para mag-interfere ng gawa ng ibang tao or mag-corrupt ng mga files nila or to erase data. So next is, thou shall not snoop around in other people's files. Example, ang halimbawa ng number 3 is yung pag-obtain or pagkuha sa mga files ng iba without asking permission to them. So it is not proper according to the third commandments of computer ethics. Thou shall not use a computer to steal. Huwag natin gamitin ng computer para magnakaw. Hindi na totally yung computer yung magnanakaw, kundi huwag natin gamitin yung computer para magnakaw ng files or money. Ang halimbawa nito is yung paggamit ng computer para ma-hack yung isang bank account para ma-transfer yung money to another. So, breaking into bank accounts and transferring money through the use of computer is considered as stealing or pagnanakaw. Number 5 commandments. Thou shall not use a computer to bear false witnesses. Spreading rumors about person or an organization through the internet is against ethical use of the computer. Yung mga chismis about other person na hindi naman totoo na spread sa social media, wag natin gamitin ang computer para makasira ng ibang tao, kundi gamitin natin ito para makatulong. Thou shall not use the use of copy software for which you have not paid. So, software is intellectual product. So, in that way, it is look like a book. Obtaining illegal copies of copyright software is as bad as photocopying a copyright book. Next is, dumako naman tayo sa number. Thou shall not use other people's resources without authorization or proper compensation. So, accessing through unauthorized use of IDs, usernames, and password in hacking. So, ang halimbawa nito is yung paggamit natin ng IDs, usernames, and passwords ng ibang tao para makahack or para i-hack natin yung accounts nila. Yun ay considered as unethical also. Next is, thou shall not appropriate other people's intellectual outputs. Ang halimbawa nito is using the ideas and words of others without clearly acknowledging the author or source of the information is considered as unethical. So in short, it is also called as plagiarism. Plagiarism is isang violence na kung saan ninanakaw natin yung information without clearly acknowledging the author or the source of the information. So it is according to number 8 commandments, it is unethical for computer users. Next is, thou shall not think about the social consequences of the program you are writing or the system you are designing. Example of this is creating websites or other program with topics that are detrimental to health, morality, security, religion, government, or culture and tradition of other people is dreadful. So, wag natin gamitin yung computer to demonstrate others' health, morality, security, and especially religion or cultures and tradition. So because it is considered also as unethical according to computer of ethics. Last commandments of computer ethics is thou shall not use computer in ways that show consideration and respect for your fellow humans. Another example of this number 10 is creating an advertising websites that have pornographic and malicious content is an example of unethical use of computer. So, ang halimbawa nito is yung pag-post ng mga pornographic and mga malicious na contents sa computer is wag nating gamitin yung computer para mag-post ng ganun na nakaka-harm sa ibang tao. So, that is the 10 commandments for computer ethics. So, dumako naman tayo cyber ethics. What is cyber ethics? Cyber ethics is the philosophic study of ethics pertaining to computers, encompassing users' behavior and what computers are programmed to do, and how these affect individuals and the society. So, it is the most common problem. Hacking is, ang halimbawa nito is cyber ethics is hacking. So the most common problem isn't hacking or yung illegal accessing of website or cracking or yung vandalizing website. It's the unauthorized downloading of games and softwares. The average hacker is likely to be a teenager, and given that most homes now have at least one computer. So, alam natin na sa lahat na ata ng mga tao ngayon ay may sarili ng computer or may sarili ng social media accounts. Kaya karamihan is mga teenager yung mga hacker. To face cybercrime problem, we can use peer pressure to fight cybercrime. So one way to reduce the incidence of internet crime is to encourage groups to apply peer pressure to their members. If criminals are shamed rather than admired, some will be less likely to engage in the criminal conduct. This method is especially effective when it comes to young people, yung mga teenager, yung mga 18 and below, 19 and below. Many teenage hackers commit network back-ins to impress their friend. So, maraming mga teenager ngayon ang gumagawa ng hacking para lang magpa-impress sa kanilang mga friends. If more technology-oriented young people were taught a code of computer ethics early, emphasizing that respect for others' property and territory in the virtual world is just as important as it in the physical world, hacker might be no more admired by the majority of upstanding students than are the bad kids who steal cars or into houses. So, halimbawa nito is yung real-life experience ni George Gonzalez, the owner of internet file sharing portal zeropaid.com. So, it took an innovative approach to combating the swapping of child pornography through his site. He has posted a number of bogus files on the site, which uses the popular Genetella file sharing program. These bogus files are identified as child porn images, although they are not. When users try to access those files, they are busted. The user's IP address, which can be used to trace his or her identity, is recorded and posted on the site's wall of shame. So, yung wall of shame is yung wall of shame site was actually created by Genitella user who identifies himself as Lex Lex Nixes. This tactic is similar to the tactics of some newspapers that printed the names of people arrested for crimes such as drunk driving or prostitution. The premise is that the fear of publicity will deter some people from committing these crimes. So, ayun, para makaiwas tayo sa uh, para makaiwas tayo sa mga ganon or yung mga hackers, kailangan nating mag-ingat. Hindi tayo basta-basta mag-click ng mga sites, lalo na sa Facebook, yung mga sites na pinopost nila na may mga malicious na content, wag nating i-click kasi baka ang result is ma-hack yung account natin, yung FB account natin, or ma-corrupt yung mga data ng cellphone natin. So next, the code of ethics. Information stored on a computer should be treated as usually as seriously as written or spoken word. So kailangan nating pahalagahan yung mga information na stored sa computer. Privacy should be violated. In case of academic use, it is known as plagiarism. So, na-discuss naman na natin kanina yung plagiarism. Ito yung pagnakaw ng ideas ng iba na hindi natin without proper acknowledging sa author ng information. Intrusive software such as worms and viruses which are destructive to the computer system is illegal. So, considered pa rin as illegal yung mga paglagay ng virus sa mga software. So, yan lamang ang ilan sa mga code of ethics. So, in conclusion, computer ethics is a field of applied ethics that addresses ethical issues in the use, design, and management of information technology and in the formulation of ethical policies for its regulation in the society. So, sa summary or sa conclusion, ang computer ethics ay tumatalakay sa pamamaraan o mga halaga at kasanayan sa namamahala sa proseso pag-ubos ng teknolohiya sa computing at mga kaugnay na disiplina na hindi nasisira o lumalabag sa moral na halaga at paniniwala ng sinumang individual, organisasyon o nilalang. Na-mention natin kanina na huwag natin gamitin yung computer para makasira ng iba. So, ang computer ethics ay isang konsepto na kung saan tumutugon sa isyung ethical at mga hadlang na lumalabas mula sa paggamit ng computer at kung paano ito maiiwasan at mapipigilan. So, ayun lamang po ang aking report and thank you very much for listening. Thank you.